What's up, everybody? I'm doing this on Thursday night, the 18th, but the next thing is a very, I'd say, specialized dish that, full disclosure, probably isn't for everybody. So tomorrow is March 19th, which is St. Joseph's Day, the Feast of St. Joseph. I don't normally get religious, but this is just my Catholic background. Joseph is the adopted father of Jesus, so that's his saint's day. So Joseph was a carpenter, so what we're doing tonight is a very inexpensive, simple dish of basically pasta and breadcrumbs, because the breadcrumbs are supposed to signify sawdust for the carpenter. And also, because March 19th is typically during Lent, and tomorrow is Friday, the Catholics don't eat meat on Friday, so it's there's anchovies in there too. So this is a good night if you're not having the wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, your romantic partner over, who may not necessarily like that fishy smell and the fishy taste. I'm in that situation tonight, so this is what we're doing. So you don't need a lot. You need equal parts pasta and breadcrumbs. So when I say that, I'm doing a half pound of pasta, so a half cup of breadcrumb. Optional, I'm going to use a little bit of spice. So I got my my red chili flake and my little 2-ounce can of anchovies. So to start, get your pasta water ready. And then get a little bit of olive oil going at no more than a medium heat. So just about enough to coat the bottom of the pan. So we're going to let that get hot, and then we're going to do like a light toast of the breadcrumb to get it like golden brown color. So another thing with the chefs, you always got to eyeball everything. I got a little bit too much oil to start, so I'm just going to take a little bit out with a paper towel. And people get frustrated, sometimes it's like, you're not telling me the right measurement, it's not specific, sometimes you just got to know. Learning from experience. So get the breadcrumbs in there, and you just want to coat it with a wooden spoon. Just be gentle with it. Just stir it up to get it nice and brown. But the one reason I took some of the oil out, you don't want to soak it. You want it to stay dry. It's just enough oil to help the cooking process. But you want the breadcrumb to stay dry. So you want to keep it moving in the same way that you want to stir the garlic up. When so many of our dishes, we start with the garlic and the olive oil to keep it from burning. So you do this just for just a couple minutes till it's golden brown, and then we're going to set it aside, and then we're going to put the anchovies in and cook the pasta and coat everything. So stay tuned, we'll be back. Alright, so we're back. The breadcrumbs have been going for about 5 minutes. As you can see, they now have that nice golden brown color. So you want to time this out. We're going to put these in a bowl and set them aside. And right now, my pasta water is just about at a boil. So I'm going to get the breadcrumbs in here. I'm going to put a cover on just to keep them hot. So our pan is now clean. So I'm about to put the anchovies in a couple minutes, so it's going to need a little bit more olive oil. You don't need a ton, because the anchovies come in that can and they already got some oil, so they already got some moisture. So you can see We got this nice toasted smell, the flavor. It's got a nice golden brown color. So keep that covered. Any kind of pasta you got is good. I got fettuccine. So just going to drop that in. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes to finish this off. Stay tuned. Alright, so we're back. So we're about to drop those anchovies in. Oh, they look so good. And they're going to smell so good, depending on what your definition of good is. So, I got the pan at a medium heat. So you want to drop these when there's maybe 3 or 4 minutes left on your pasta. And you want to keep the heat pretty low, like medium low. So I don't know if you remember this summer when I made that puttanesca, but the anchovies actually kind of liquefy or become a paste if you cook them in the olive oil. So that's what we're doing here. That'll just all come together. A good way to do it is with the flat bottom of the wooden spoon. So you get that going. You're going to get a little chili flake in here. And something like this, just a little bit of minced garlic. You know, you could crush up some fresh garlic, but we're going pretty lean and mean here tonight. So we're just going to use the dry garlic. So you just get this going, keep stirring it, keep an eye on your pasta. Oh, the breadcrumbs are more for a garnish for that sawdust effect for St. Joseph, but to help thicken the sauce, put a little bit, like a handful in there, the last couple minutes. And just keep working it. So, we'll keep this going, and we'll be back. Alright, so we're back. So, our pasta is done, so we're going to strain it and then coat it in the sauce just for about a minute. So, very easy. Again, full disclosure, this is not for everyone. This is for those that like that stinky seafood. Real Italian. So, I did this for St. Joseph's Day, but this is really also from my Uncle Dom, who passed away, unfortunately, earlier this week. Anything I know about seafood, how to cook it, when to buy it, where to buy it, I got it from him. You know, all that real greaseball stuff, sardines, anchovies, any kind of shellfish, I learned from him. So, I mean, he was a shift worker at PJM, so doing third shift, he might come home 8 in the morning, everyone else is eating breakfast, he's ready for dinner. So he would tell me, you know, Matthew, I would come home from work and I would have some sardines and a nice cold beer. So, you know, Uncle Dom, something like this, I know this is something you would enjoy, so this is for you. So there we go. Got our pasta with the anchovies. And we got the sawdust effect with our breadcrumbs. So you just kind of sprinkle that around the plate. You know, put a little on the sides too for presentation. So maybe a little more red pepper too. Uncle Dom never ran away from the spice. And while we're at it, maybe add a little bit of color. This is pretty gnarly looking. We're gonna add some Italian parsley. We got a nice bottle of red wine to go with this. So, there we go. Our St. Joseph's pasta. Also, it felt right. A little shout out to Uncle Dom. We love you. We miss you. And we'll be back next week. Peace.